Rhett, Paul, congratulations on
Thank you.
Zombieland Double Tap.
Thank you very much.
I'm such a huge fan of yours.
Oh, thank you.
I love the first movie. The first movie was so awesome. When I heard about the sequel being made, I was like, how would this work out? Because the first movie was good on its own, by itself. Did you find difficulties cracking that story? At what point did you guys finally like, oh, right, we can continue with this?
Well, I mean, a lot of difficulties because it took 10 years, right? And that's not, for lack of trying. Like, we did a script that was right after the original movie, took place right after the original movie. And for circumstances conspired against us. And so years started to pass, and we thought, uh-oh, are we going to be able to even use that now? And as it turns out, we couldn't because Little Rock had grown up, and suddenly we needed to account for the passage of time. So a couple other writers and we ended up reinventing, kind of where it took place, the kinds of things that were happening. We had to evolve the zombies. We had to evolve our characters. We had to evolve the world and make it more decayed. And so there wasn't any one moment, but it sort of slowly cooked over time. And finally, 10 years later, here we are.
Did you also have the comedy and the jokes kind of evolve themselves as well through your writing?
Well, what's the great thing about Zombieland is it's stuck in 2009, right? Like nothing had, no pop culture, no, we could take a moment in time and freeze it. And so our comedy didn't have to evolve. We can still tell
nothing fresh.
Nothing
we can
fresh.
tell old hacky
old jokes. Just throw the old jokes in. Throw the 2009 jokes in. No, I mean, again, all the comedy is the most challenging part of these movies. It's the thing we focus on the most.
And you're still writing jokes, while you're on set. You're still writing jokes in post-production with the narration of Jesse. So you find yourself constantly writing and rewriting jokes until the movie's locked, and then you come to junkets and try to make jokes. So it's like you're never done.
And you sit in the audience and you keep your fingers crossed and hope people laugh at it. So,
did you always have the monster truck as part of the draft?
It actually was. It was in the very first draft.
Wow.
From the very beginning, we wanted to see a monster truck kicking ass on zombies. Just the tires and the engine and the ability to jump, and it fit Tallahassee's character. It was something that it made sense for him to fall in love with, a monster truck. So we always wanted to do it, and it made it through all those drafts.
There's a real wish fulfillment to Zombieland. It's this idea that, most people think of the apocalypse as this dour, dark place where you could turn a corner and get killed. For us, it's the wish fulfillment of like, oh my God, you could live anywhere. And you could kill with impunity, and you could drive a monster truck. So we really wanted to tap into that.
And I felt like Woody and the guys probably feel like a kid in the candy store, right?
Oh, yeah.
Totally. I mean, they get to shoot guns and swing baseball bats and drive monster trucks. Like, it's a fun movie to shoot, for sure. Way more fun than your average movie.
I got to ask, because, I'm wondering, this partnership lasted forever. Your teamwork is a success. What is the key to that success, and what do you guys do when there's disagreement between the two of you?
I mean, look, I think we love each other very much. That's the most important thing. We have a lot of history. I mean, decades. We went to high school together, so it goes back that far. When we disagree, we tend to have the argument. We tend to let the argument be won by the person who's most passionate or who really cares the most about that given point. And then you move on to the next thing. And there are just so many choices you make as a pair. You just make them together over time. But we're like brothers.
And it's rare that we have a disagreement now because we've known each other for so long, and we're one hive mind. So that it's rare that creatively we find ourselves on two very different paths because
our
we're kind of simpatico. Yeah.
Will we have to wait another 10 years for Zombieland 3?
Boy, let's hope not. I mean, it's going to be zombies in an old folks' home with walkers. Everybody's going to be using a walker. We'd love to see another Zombieland. We'd love to see Zombieland in another forum too. Like, why not Broadway musical? We said, wouldn't that be a great idea for? But no, we would love nothing more than we would go anywhere with those 4 actors or those 5 or 6 actors now. We'd go into battle with any of those guys. We'd love to make a third one. Hopefully it would happen sooner rather than later. We just have to let the movie gods smile on us. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.